Hello everyone. So as the conflict between Iran and Israel is escalating day by day, and now in fact USA also directly getting involved in this conflict, the Iranian government has said that their parliament is preparing a bill by which they will be leaving or exiting nuclear non-proliferation treaty, that is NPT. And hence in this video we are going to discuss about what is NPT, how it got evolved, what is the relation between India and NPT, what are the implications of Iran leaving NPT, and things like this. So to begin with, let's first discuss the evolution of NPT. So you see, World War II, it ended in 1945, but along with it, or it ended with USA dropping 2 nuclear bombs on Japan, 2 of the cities of Japan, that is Hiroshima and Nagasaki. On these 2 cities, on 6th of August 1945 and 9th of August 1945, USA dropped atom bomb for the first time, right? And the world saw the implication, the disastrous implication of usage of such kind of weapons on any country, right? It could wipe off humanity altogether from this earth, and hence it was realized that now we have to take effort so that these kind of technologies, these kind of weapons do not reach to other countries. With this intention in mind, US itself in 1953 started or came up with an initiative called as Atom for Peace Initiative. Atom for Peace Initiative. What is the purpose of this initiative? Under this initiative, US government itself was giving nuclear technology, nuclear fissile material to the friendly countries, but in return, those friendly countries, they had to promise to the world that these technologies will only be used for civilian purpose and not for military purpose, meaning no nuclear weapon will be developed by these countries using these technologies. So it was a guarantee given by these countries to USA and to the world that they will not develop nuclear weapons, and in return for civilian purpose, for civilian usage, the nuclear technology will be shared by USA to the friendly countries. That initiative, it is called as Atom for Peace Initiative. Now in order to enforce it, in order to ensure that these countries are not misusing these technologies shared by USA, the world or UN came up with another organization called as IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency, right? So objective of IAEA was that these countries, they will allow the inspectors of IAEA to inspect the nuclear facilities and check whether these countries are following the promises which they have made to the world, right? In this context only, in 1968, a treaty was signed by UN member countries and which was implemented in 1970. The treaty is called as NPT, Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. This treaty says that the countries which have conducted nuclear weapon test before 1st of January 1967, only such countries will be allowed to have nuclear weapons. Rest, any country cannot make nuclear weapon even in future. So if you sign this treaty, you will not be allowed to keep nuclear weapon or make nuclear weapon, and all your nuclear facilities will come under the UN watchdog, that is IAEA, right? So which 5 countries? There are 5 countries at that time which had already conducted nuclear test before 1st of January 1967. That is, one was USA, obviously, another was USSR, which later on, or its successor state, became Russia, then China, then UK, United Kingdom, and one is France, right? Coincidentally, these are the permanent 5 countries of UNSC as well. So UNSC's P5 countries, these only had conducted nuclear test before 1st of January 1967. NPT says any other country apart from these 5 will not be allowed to conduct nuclear tests, have nuclear weapons, right? And again, to ensure that these countries they abide by the rules of NPT, IAEA was formed. Now, let's discuss about India and NPT. India did not sign NPT at all. India had 2 reservations for signing NPT. First one is why only few countries are allowed to keep nuclear weapons. India says we are in favor of complete disarmament, right? Meaning no country of the world should be having nuclear weapon. Not just these 5, but no countries in the world should be having nuclear weapon. Secondly, that from where has this date 1st of January 1967 has come? It is a arbitrary date, right? So India had said that because the date is very arbitrary, India was also, if you know, India was also about to conduct a test after few years. But the date in NPT was 1st of January 1967. India had said this date is arbitrary, and more importantly, this treaty it divides the world into 2 groups. One is have and another is have not. So have and have not meaning that one group can have nuclear weapon, those P5 countries, and no other country will be allowed to have nuclear weapon. So given these reasons, India decided not to sign NPT. If you all know, because India did not sign, Pakistan also did not sign NPT. Apart from India, Pakistan, Israel is one such country which has not signed NPT, and then there is South Sudan. South Sudan has also not signed NPT. North Korea, it had signed NPT, but in 2003 it has left NPT. So right now 191 countries of the world are member to NPT. Only these countries, India, Pakistan, Israel, South Sudan and North Korea are not part of NPT. I hope it is clear to you why India did not sign NPT. Now let's discuss about what if Iran leaves NPT. So what will be happening in such a case is, firstly there will be 2 major implications. Firstly, all the nuclear facilities of Iran will come outside the purview of IAEA. IAEA will not be able to inspect or they will not be able to come and check the nuclear facilities of Iran. And secondly, this move of Iran leaving NPT, it might encourage other countries, right? It might pave the way for other countries also to leave NPT, right? So there will be 2 implications. First is that Iran's facilities will not be inspected by IAEA, and secondly that other countries might also get encouraged to follow the same path. They might also start leaving NPT, and world might face the threat of nuclear weaponization, right? Now lastly, so if it is, I hope it is clear what is NPT and why it is very essential for the world that most of the countries they remain the member of NPT. Even though India has not signed NPT and hence India has developed the nuclear weapons, but India to a great extent has been able to convince the other countries of the world that we have developed nuclear weapon only for our security. We will not be using nuclear weapon for offensive purpose, and hence you might have heard about no first use policy of India. That is, no matter what, India will not use nuclear weapon first. India will only be using nuclear weapons when some other country uses weapons of mass destruction against India, right? So that was the topic in news, that Iran might soon leave NPT. I hope this topic is clear. Thank you so much for watching it.